Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day. A belated Merry Christmas to you guys. Early Happy New Year as well. First and foremost, I apologize if this seems a little bit rushed. Kickoff is in roughly, I don't know, 3.5, 4 hours or so. And I wanted to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. Also, I apologize for my voice. It's not always quite this bad. Battling a little bit of a sickness right now. We're trying to get over it, so I apologize for the cough. And I'm also kind of reading off a script, so a lot of apologies coming at you guys early. But not my typical content, but I do enjoy sports. College football specifically as well. Big sports fan, and I want to get into making more sports content. College football and Ohio State's kind of my number one passion. Now, Missouri fans, I promise I'm going to try to be unbiased. I promise you. You can try to hold me to it. But so tonight we have Ohio State versus the Missouri Tigers. Let's see here. So we have Ohio State at 11-1 versus Missouri, who's 10-2. Both teams finished second in their division. Missouri being SEC East. Ohio State being Big Ten East. This is why I have to read off the script because I can't pull it off the dome. I apologize. But yeah, I'd like to make more sports content. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. We'll see. Let me know some other content you'd like to see as we kind of keep going. But our beloved Buckeyes are going against the Tigers in the Cotton Bowl, which I think is Jerry World, if I'm not mistaken. That's Dallas, right? What is that, AT&T Stadium? 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. I think it's maybe 8:15 either way. 8:15 Eastern time on ESPN. Like I said, full disclosure, I am in fact an Ohio State fan. You may have seen the Brutus in the back, the Ohio flag, of course, the Ohio State gnome over here with the golf balls. But again, I'm going to do my best to be unbiased. I promise you. Promise you, Missouri fans. And SEC fans, for that matter. I believe the line is currently Ohio State -5 for you gambling degenerates. Now, I am. However, the last 2 years, I've lost a lot of money on Ohio State. Number one in the game against Michigan when we got curb stomped in both of those. We're not going to the cheating scandal today, I promise. And then against Georgia as well. So I made a pact this year. I will not put 1 cent. They will not go into a parlay. I will not put 1 cent on Ohio State this year, and I've saved a lot of money because I didn't do anything too crazy in the game this year either, and we all know how that went. I'm not over it. I don't want to talk about it. I can't taste food. I can't sleep. I'm just so sad. Life has no meaning since we lost to Michigan. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Wish we were in the playoff. We don't deserve to be. Flat out. We weren't good enough to be this year, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. Would have been cool to be in the last 14 playoff, I suppose. But here we are. But I think it's going to be a good matchup. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this game. Like I said, Ohio State's currently favored by 5 points. The line did open up at 3.5. I never know what to make of that. You know, a lot of times with a fan base as big as Ohio State's comparative to Missouri's, I think it's a lot of Ohio State fans betting that line up. As well as I think just college football fans see the two brands. They don't give Missouri their respect they deserve for this year because they have a damn good team. And I'll break down some of the numbers here in a minute. But so the line got bumped up by 1.5 points, which I think is a pretty significant amount. But again, you know, a lot of times I think with just casual college football fans that just see Ohio State and then Missouri, then probably bet Ohio State. And then obviously, you know, Buckeye Nation kind of betting that line up as well. The ESPN FPI predictor has Ohio State as a 76% chance of winning. Should be noted, I've lost a lot of money gambling going off of ESPN FPI predictor. I think that analytic is a steaming pile of dog crap, especially if you're playing against Michigan and then you get stomped out and you bet too much money on the game. Then you live bet at halftime because you think you're going to come back because FPI still favors you. Not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. It is what it is. Last played in 1998. Just a little bit of history for you guys. Overall, Ohio State has the record. You know, obviously a little more of a blue blood compared to Missouri. Ohio State's winning the overall matchup. 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. This year, Missouri sits at 10-2. Like I said, second in the SEC East. Damn good season for them. Damn good season. Their coach is pretty funny, too, by the way. Eli, I have it written down somewhere. Eli said, I apologize. Eli W, I know it is, but lost at Georgia by only 9 points, pretty darn good, and they lost to LSU by 10 in a high-scoring matchup. Their QB's pretty good with it. These are always hard for me to predict because I never know of, like, Missouri, and I don't even know about Ohio State's for the most part. of the opting in and opting out, which always makes it hard to predict. But their QB, Brady Cook, put up some pretty solid numbers this year. 3,190 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, only 6 picks. Pretty darn good. QBR is 76.7. In terms of their just team stats, they're ripping off 34 points a game, which is 24th in the country. And they're only allowing 22 points per game, which is 42nd. So not quite as good. But they can score in droves, man. They can score in droves. You know, they took LSU. I mean, that was a Big 12 score right there with the 49-39. So Ohio State, we're staring down 11-1. Obviously, we all know what the loss was. I don't want to talk about it. A second in the Big 10 East. Obviously, no Kyle McCord. He transferred out to Syracuse. I'm assuming no Marvin Harrison. All the pictures from practice, he hasn't been suited up, but it hasn't been officially confirmed. I apologize for all the cuts on this, by the way. I'm just having these coughing fits, so please forgive me for that. I hope it's not too annoying for you guys. And then the last, I think, is a notable that we won't have is Chip Tranum. That's our RB2. He's a damn good running back. He transferred out to Kentucky, so he won't be playing with us. Ohio State, is scoring 33 points per game, which is 32nd in the nation. And big one for us, our defense has been outstanding this year. If we had this defense with C.J. Stroud, if only. And allowing 11 points per game, second in the country. The Devin Brown era officially begins. Kyle McCord out, Devin Brown in. In my opinion, I don't have any insider information. I'm just a monkey behind a camera that enjoys watching sports. But from a lot of insiders that have intel inside of the Woody, Zach Smith with the Menace to Sports podcast. I know Bobby Carpenter has a podcast I've listened to. A lot of reports were that Devin Brown was that dude during summer camp. A lot of people thought he was going to start or going to be the starter and should be the starter. And Kyle McCord ended up getting the nod. It is what it is. He does wear number 33, though, which I'm not the biggest fan of. That's an ugly number. I like QBs with single digits. You could sell me on like 12 or, I don't know, like 17 or something maybe. Maybe 10 I could meet you at. I like the QBs with the single digits. You couldn't sell me on 33, though. But if he goes out and drops dimes and plays well, we'll take it. So, you can make that number 33 look good, I suppose. As I mentioned, I'm not totally aware of Missouri's opt-in or opt-out situation with a lot of their starters. I've been surprised, though. It seems as though a shocking amount of Ohio State starters have been opting in and are going to play. Obviously, not Marvin Harrison Jr. Again, not confirmed, but I think we're all pretty aware. It'd almost be foolish for him as a top, 5, at least 10 pick to opt in and play. He has nothing else to prove at this point. He's that dude. Wish we could have saw him in Indianapolis. Wish we could have saw him in the college football playoff as more of a prominent starter at least. But it is what it is. So, he balled out last year against Georgia, but still, with a guy that special and that talented, I wish we could have seen him on some more bigger stages, I suppose. I've been a little bit surprised with some of our D linemen and some of our defensive players. Sounds like Denzel Burke's going to play. Tyleik Williams, Michael Hall. I don't know if both are going to play. These are just kind of my speculations, and they haven't opted out officially. That's kind of what I'm going off of. So it sounds like we have a decent amount of our starters, obviously minus Kyle McCord as well, starting. But Devin Brown could be a spark plug for us for all we know. Let's get to the score prediction. Like I said, I'm going to try to burn through this as fast as I can. I'm not going to try to waste anybody's time. My score prediction is Ohio State 27, Missouri 17. And again, probably a biased take if we're being honest. I think it's hard when you see the two brands next to each other. I think it's hard when you see, just in terms of like the Ohio State defensive stats against Missouri, I think they're going to give them some trouble. I think Devin Brown, I could see us, I think originally I had like 35 or 38 to 17. I teased it down just because I want to give Missouri a little bit more respect. And you just never know with the new starting quarterback. Again, the caveat being is that a lot of people thought Devin Brown was that guy. He just hasn't gotten the reps, so we'll see. So that's why I took our offensive total down just a little bit. So I guess that has both teams scoring well below their averages. Again, bowl scores are always hard to predict. Hey, I want to know, what are your guys' score predictions? And you got to post it before the game starts. Don't be doing that BS where I look like an idiot and you guys look way smarter than me, even though you are, and I am an idiot, where you post it like mid-game when you see like the trajectory of where we're going, or you post it after the fact, and then you're just like, oh, you're such a dumbass, VTice. Like, how could you ever think Ohio State was going to win by 10? I mean, what an idiot. They actually won by 20, or Missouri won by 10. How stupid could you be? Again, could be my bias kind of leaking in. The reason why I think that is I think the team's still pissed off, as is the fan base, I might add, based on how the Michigan game went and how the season kind of finished. I think they're highly motivated. I think the team really galvanizes around Devin Brown. And, obviously it's not like Ohio State's going to be putting out, and their media team is going to be putting out any bad videos or, anything that wouldn't show team camaraderie. But it does seem as though a lot of the guys thought Devin Brown in the summer camp was going to be the guy and should have been the guy as well. Seems like everyone's getting along pretty well. I think they're galvanizing behind Devin Brown, like I said. I think he's an ultra competitor. And I think the team will be a little bit more amped. I don't think Kyle McCord was much of a spark plug for us. That Devin Brown will be. Hopefully tonight, we'll see. So I think this team will have kind of a new juice and a new energy to it, and I hope they come out ready to play. I think also with just a lot of starters that we thought originally were going to opt out and get ready for the draft, and we couldn't blame them either, for the record. But I think the fact that Ohio State has most of its starting roster intact and planning and expecting to play in this game, Emeka Egbuka, Travion Henderson, our defensive line like we talked about, Jack Sawyer, JTT, a lot of the back end guys. So, we're going to have Davison Igbinosun. He's an underclassman. We're going to have Denzel Burke. So I think Josh Proctor's playing. I don't know about Proc. I don't know if Proc's playing. I would imagine he would. I think Tommy Eichenberg, I think Steel Chambers are playing. So I just think we have most of our roster intact, more than I would have expected us to. So I think that's going to play a role in it as well. And again, I apologize. I haven't had time to do the research. It's been kind of a busy day so far. I haven't had time to do as much research on Missouri as I'd like. So Missouri fans, I do apologize for that. At the same time, I think Ryan Day's a really good preparer when he does have extended time with that NFL background. I think with Devin Brown as the starting quarterback, he can open up the playbook a little bit more. I think Devin Brown can create what would have been a sack with Kyle McCord. I think Devin Brown can get out of there, try to make some plays with his feet, whether it be running for a first down, running for 5 yards, and not just throwing bullshit interceptions like Kyle McCord did sometimes. And I don't mean to just dunk on Kyle McCord, because I think he actually was a tough kid. I did want Devin Brown. I was biased towards Devin Brown. I'm not going to sit here and just dunk on him, though, because that's a lot of heat that kid took as a 20-year-old or whatever he is. So I don't mean to just pile on. But I like Ryan Day with extended preparation. There's the name. Eli Drinkwitz. That's a fire last name, by the way. But I apologize I couldn't pull that earlier. I don't know a ton about him. I apologize. I think he's 0-2 in bowl prep when I looked it up. That being said, I don't think it means much. I think he is the best team he's probably had at Missouri. I think we'd all agree. I think he's the best team at Missouri record-wise since like 14. I think he's got a damn good quarterback. And I think he did a damn good job this year as well. I'm super excited for the game. I just think it's gonna be a really fun one for us to watch. So, and it's like I said, we haven't seen this matchup since '98. So a lot of the cats watching this probably weren't even born then. So the real ones remember, though. The real ones remember. Us old guys, we remember that one. I gotta be honest. I have no idea what happened in that game. I didn't even look it up, to be honest with you. So I presume that was in a bowl game, though. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm really sorry it was rushed. I'm really sorry about the screen. I didn't have anything to really pull up over here, so I do apologize. I appreciate Eli Drinkwitz has been balling in some of these press conferences. He seems like a really likable guy. So Missouri coach makes Connor Stalions joke to end the interview. Let's give it a quick preview, shall we? Yeah, we got a fucking ad.
Bowl trips like this.
All right, ad over. Goodness gracious.
Those pockets, get that NIL.
So this is from the selections show.
Well, hey guys, I got a quick phone call. Connor Stalions beeping in right here. I'm trying to get it.
Well played.
So I gotta go. But as soon as we get done, look forward to competing against Ryan today, and we'll go from there.
Maybe you'll get some help.
He brought the house down with that one. Reese just cannot believe he said that. Reese is dying. That's a funny joke. I mean, I don't know if it was. He's like Dave Chappelle or something. I wouldn't go that far, But that was a funny joke. No, like I said, he seems like a likable guy in a lot of the interviews and stuff that I've seen with him. So, number one, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, this is kind of me branching out into some new content. I'd love to talk more sports. I'd love to pump more content, just giving, sports takes. And I'll try to do, score predictions, stuff like that. I'll have a, what's it called? The college football playoff that we're not in. But we don't deserve to be. We don't deserve to be. I'm not upset about it. You guys are. I'll have a college football preview. I'll give some takes on that one. Michigan fans, hang in there with me if you even watched this. You guys liked the video we did about our reaction show a couple years ago when you guys stomped a mud hole in us. Don't want to talk about it. But I want to do more of this. So please, if you are a sports fan and you don't give two fucks about my gaming, most people don't blame me at all for that at all. But if you want to come in and hang out and talk some sports with us, maybe we can parlay this into kind of some live sports talk shows, stuff like that, on live stream and things like that. I love sports, love talking about it. Not the most knowledgeable out there, but I do thoroughly enjoy talking about them, so I'd like to make more content about this. So if you would consider subscribing, liking, I'd greatly appreciate it, so we can pump this out to more sports fans. And like I said, maybe we can meet some new friends of the channel and stuff like that. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Please let me know your score prediction. Let me know if you do want to hear about other sports topics that we can talk about here on the channel. What do you want me to cover? We can do NBA, we can do NFL. I'm not the most knowledgeable in baseball. I can give you my best shot. Not the most knowledgeable in hockey. I can give you my best shot. And then we can just kind of do some fun topics. I have some hot takes for you guys. Number one, I think Chris Paul is the most overrated player in the history of mankind. And I don't think we should give a guy the title of point god when he doesn't do anything except for dirty, cheap shots on other players. But that's besides the point. Not going to go into that today. We'll get there one of these days. So, Merry Christmas again. Late Merry Christmas to all you guys, to you and your loved ones. Happy New Year. Be safe. Have fun. But please be safe. Don't drive. Don't be a douchebag. Don't drive drunk. Call an Uber. Other than that, go enjoy the game. I'll be watching tonight. And maybe we could do like a post-game reaction tomorrow. What do you guys think? So, that'd be kind of fun. Good luck to the Missouri Tigers. Go Bucks. And we will see you guys in the next one. All right, everybody. Peace. Have a good one. Go Bucks.